Hi guys, this is Roy back for part 4 of the series Wife Chronicles. I am the author of this book, and this is a book podcast, and this is just a discussion, an extended conversation about the book and what it means, and I want you guys to be able to unleash and release some things in your life. And that's what this book is about. It's a nonfiction book, and I talk about my experiences and how I overcome them by the power of God and the power of journaling. And I know for a fact that your life, your marriage, your relationship, those things that you are surrounded around and attached to, those things will win. Everything attached to you will win. Everything that is in your grasp, it is going to begin to restore today. You're going to begin to heal if you have not already started healing. And part 1 or after part 2, you will begin to understand that, yeah, my writing, the things that I'm writing out about myself, my situations, is allowing me to overcome. I see some things that aren't in my view. I can now grasp it. I can't see it, but I see what I can't see. I see what I can't see because I've been writing out my situations, the things that I want, the things that I need, the things that I desire, the things that I deserve. I have it all out on paper, and you're going to see that there is power in writing. If your marriage, if your relationship is in shambles, hold on to it. Hold tight, because I promise you that everything that is in your life right now is going to begin to restore. It's going to begin to renew. It's going to begin to heal. That's what I want you to see. I go through my situations and I talk about the things that are concerning my life, because I want you, the listener or the reader, to understand that there is power in writing. There is power in God. We're going to get straight into it, part 4, and we're going to just get a deeper understanding, get a deeper understanding, get a. And if you haven't already guessed by now, that's what I want us to talk about today, is understanding the word a little bit better, journaling, understanding what journaling is in a deeper way. I want you to understand that everything attached to you is going to begin to revitalize. You're going to revitalize everything around you because we're journaling. And the part 4, the title is called Record of Discussion, and we're going to just get a better understanding of what journaling is. And page 12, journalizing is the word that I believe I came up with when I started this chapter. And journalizing is the key to progression. It was symbolic to the word realizing, and realizing is to grasp or understand. Remember, we're going to get a deeper understanding. It's to grasp or understand clearly, to make real, give reality to a hope, a fear, a plan, etc. That's what you're realizing. It also means bringing vividly to the mind. So things that you probably didn't understand or see at the time, once you start writing, you start going on a journey, and you become so free in writing that you start to put things out on paper that you didn't even realize that was really inside of you. You didn't realize that these things that you were carrying and holding on to were really inside of you until it is now vividly on paper. You begin to understand your inner thoughts, and you realize, like, wow, I'm feeling like this today, or wow, these things are really occurring in this way. I didn't see it like this. That's what, when you write things out on paper, it becomes so vivid to you. those things that are inside of you, it's now out and open. And that's what you want to do. Because if you get to the root of it, then now you know how to handle it. Now you know how to handle it. And you can dissect it. You want to dissect what you feel. You're making them clear to the mind. Which helps you bring forth the reality, which then causes you to confront the issue, or the issues that are going on in your life. So you're now that it's out on paper, now you got to do something about it, because now, oh, okay, now you know this thing is really inside of you, and now you got to do something about it. And now that you know that it's in you, and now that it's out on paper, now that you have confronted the issue, now it's freeing you and giving you direction. Now it's going to help you solve the problem. Yeah. Yeah. Now, okay. Now it's out on paper. Now, okay. Because you see it, now you can handle it. That's what it's about. It's about figuring out, what am I going to do about this problem? Because now it's on paper. Now it makes no sense to ignore it. It makes no sense to ignore it. And when you write something out on paper, did you know you have a 40% chance of really completing what you wrote down? You have a 40% chance of completing whatever it is that you wrote down. You want to get it to completion. That's how you're going to grasp those things that you want. That's how those things that are broken around you, that's how they're going to be repaired. Because now you have it wrote down, you have it written out as to what the issues are. And I've had some wonderful people in my life that introduced me to the journal, and it was the best gift I ever received in my life. And because I received the gift, I would be selfish to want to keep it all to myself. If nobody has given me anything else, I don't need anything else. But that journal, I wouldn't want that to not be presented to me. I wouldn't want that to ever be a gift that I would ever give back, because it has saved my life. It has saved my marriage. Now I realize the things that I need to do. I realize the things that need to be fixed. I realize how I'm really feeling. I realize that now there's some things that I have to take care of. It's some things that I want, that I need God to be able to understand that it's really inside of me, and I really want it. And what do I have to do to get it? So now I'm about to problem solve. So what did the math teacher, always tell you about solving a problem? It wasn't good enough to have just the answer. He wanted to see your work. The math teacher, him, her, she wanted to see your work written out on paper. It had to be, spelled out in numbers. Those problems, those things from A to Z, they wanted to see it spelled out. They wanted to make sure that you understood what you were doing. And that's exactly what journaling is going to do. Journaling is going to help you get those thoughts out on paper. And now, now you're going to know what to do about it. You're going to take those math problems and you're going to start with the problem. And by the end of it, now you're going to have a resolution to it. That's what it's all about. And I use the analogy in here about getting written up on your job. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only one who has gotten wrote up or talked to a few good times on my job. And this analogy made me realize that being written up on your job or receiving an anecdotal, they call this a record of discussion. When you have an anecdotal, it's called a record of discussion. Even if you get written up, it's called a record of discussion, because now I talk to you about an issue. Now, not only did I talk to you about it, now it's written on paper, and now it goes into a file. That's what your journal is. That's what your journaling is. It's written out on paper, and now it's going in a file. You want to keep this record of discussion. And the thing about it is now this is a documentation of a discussion between you and your supervisor in regards to the matter or behavior that you displayed. So that's what it is. And this is what you want to create between you and God. This is what you want to create. These are written copies between you and your heavenly superior. Your heavenly superior, that's God. Just like on your job, those were written copies between you and your supervisor, you and your manager. That on your job, they want to have on file what you did and what they talked to you about, and now you have to sign saying that you received it. Come on. That's what this journaling thing is all about. And journalizing is just a part of becoming successful. It's just a part of being successful in everything that you do, everything that you want. That's all it's about. It's really not a big task. It's just about putting your hope and your faith to action. That's what it's about. When you're journalizing, you're actually doing an action. And faith without good works is dead. So you can have all the hope in the world, but if you don't put action to it, then expect it to not really come to pass. Expect it to just stay where it's at. And you don't want it to stay where it's at. You want everything that's in your life to be put to the test. You want it to be completed. This is the test. The thing that you're going through right now, the actual finish to it is you getting the thing that you hope for. So that's the you just got to put the work in, put that journalizing in, put that pen to the paper, and let's get it together. Let's get a deeper understanding of what journalizing is. It's realizing the things that you hope for. It's realizing the things that you plan to see. And if you want to be successful in life, I encourage you to get it down on paper and put that pen to work and put those things, those ideas that you have, the love that you have inside of you, your marriage, the thing that ties you to love, the thing that ties you to a future. Put that stuff down on paper. Put it down on paper. You will be successful and guide your home, your husband, your career. You will win. This ends part 4. We're going to go into part 5. But come on. Let's realize what we need. Let's realize what we hope for. And I will see you next time for part 5. Let's go.